Hi Dashnex community, I'm Rose and welcome to this episode of Dashnex Insider, the video series where we bring you announcements, updates and news to help you grow both on our platforms and online in general. If you miss anything I say or need further clarification or help, the link in the description will help you out. In this video, I'll be going over 3 stories from the world of marketing that will help you decide which form of marketing you want to use to position your products or services. Then I'll be giving you a simple tip to increase sales on your online store. And finally, I'll be sharing some updates that we're working on with IES and Dashnex pages. Before I get started, I just wanted to mention that we received a ton of messages this week regarding our new webinar training, how to sign up and access issues to the inner circle. You can check out the link in the description for more information on that. So let's get started with this video. First, we're talking marketing and business news. Last week, LinkedIn released its latest data on job postings on the platform, which shows a dramatic increase to the number of jobs posted in the midst of the pandemic. Data shows that France and Singapore are recovering at the highest rate, with Australia, the US, the UK and Italy all following behind. And while you may wonder why it matters that these countries are hiring more, after all, you're running your own online business, right? It does give you a deep insight into the potential success for your own business, especially if you sell into these regions. If you sell products or services to the countries I mentioned, it may be time to start thinking about increasing your marketing efforts into these regions, since the economy will be ticking along again and people will start spending money. But before you jump too soon, remember that people won't start jobs and instantly spend all of their disposable income. It may be a few months before you really start to see an increase in revenue in your store, so bide your time and prepare your marketing campaigns now. That said, there is a place in the market for a specific type of product or service, and that's those that help people starting jobs or those going back to work. If your business can provide for this segment, then it may be time to push your marketing now. Next, we're looking at Google Ads. According to the search giant, COVID-19 has changed the way that people consume media. More people are now relying on streaming services to consume content. In fact, YouTube watch time on TV is up 250% year on year. Crazy, right? Well, never want to be behind the trends, Google have announced that they are adding more options when it comes to Google Ads to help advertisers get in front of their audience in new ways. In order to help advertisers find the best deals for their campaign objectives, Google has created a dedicated TV section in its ads marketplace, specifically for publishers and inventory that let you reach TV audiences across devices. You're also able to get more information on any publisher, including insights on performance, audience, and inventory, and you can send requests for proposals to your chosen publishers directly from the platform. In addition to this, Google's also adding a new ready-to-buy option, making it easier for brands to run streaming ad campaigns. Now, there's a lot to digest with this one, too much to talk about in just one video. So if you use Google Ads or you're thinking about it, then make sure you look into this option more deeply. Next, we're talking text messages. In a recent report by Marketingland, text messages are the most effective form of advertising that brands aren't using. It's estimated that fewer than 50% of brands are using SMS as a regular marketing tool, with the average email open rate being 18% compared to an open rate of 90% on text messages. It's crazy to think that more brands aren't using this form of communication. And that's especially true when you factor in a recent survey by Yotpo, where more than half of the participants said that they wanted text relationships with their favorite brands. Now let's move on to some advice from Dashnex CEO Peter, who has a simple tip for you which will help you increase your sales. In one of our recent conversations, Peter told me about creating product sequencing. Product sequencing essentially involves one primary product. This is the product that you think is most important in your store and where you'll send all the traffic or most of the traffic to. And then 3 to 5 related products. These are the products that people who are interested in the primary product might like. What you need to do is list all of them on your IES store, and on each product page you list the other products as related products. So now when a visitor visits one of them, they will see all of the others displayed as well. If they click on a related product, they will go to that particular page where they will see the rest of the related products again. Eventually, some people might visit all the product pages until they decide to buy from your store, but by making a sequence, you essentially control their behavior on your store and you steer them to see what you want them to see instead of hoping that they will discover products by themselves. Now, I know this might sound complicated, but when you use the IES, the process is simple to set up. It's very simple, so just ask us if you're having any issues and we can help you out. Now onto some updates from the Dashnex development team. Firstly, as always, we've been working on several system bugs, which you can check out the details of in the link in the description. Secondly, we've been talking about reviews for a few weeks now, but I do have another update for you about this. The first thing is that we've added a review dashboard, and the second update is that users can now import images via CSV. Again, head to the link in the description if you want to know more about that. Now onto Dashnex pages. In the second half of May, we created a command hub page and dashboards by page types. And now we're proudly announcing that the new feature called Project Organizer is now available for our users as well. This allows users to organize pages based on a purpose so that it's easier to manage websites with lots of pages. Users now have an option to control what they've built and to easier manage their projects and pages. You can find more information on the Project Organizer and some information about what's coming up for IES and Dashnex pages next in the link in the description. So let's recap. In this video, you've learned all about LinkedIn's data and how you can use that to your marketing advantage. You've gotten an insight into Google and how they're changing their ad inventory. And you've discovered why you should be using text messaging in your marketing. On the Dashnex front, we've given you some updates about what we've been busily working on, plus you've been given a tip from Peter about how to increase your revenue on your online store. Before I go, I just wanted to remind you that we have a whole blog with a great deal of information about building your online business, so make sure you check it out. Our most recent article on there is all about the things you need to do to grow your business online. It basically gives you a roadmap to success, so it's definitely worth having a look at. Until next time, I hope you have a great week, and if you have any questions or queries, post them below or send us an email on support@dashnex.com. See you soon.